All right, Lauren. So you're telling me that you're getting ready for another competition that you're it's coming up soon?
Yeah, I should be doing going for my pro card this year coming up 2018. I was supposed to do it this year, but I had a slight injury, a freak accident. I slid on the grass and pulled my groin, tore my groin to be exact. So that put me out for 8 months.
And well, you know all about nursing injuries. I mean, you helped me nurse through my hamstring injuries, helped me regain my strength and all that. Lawrence here is a physical trainer, diet nutritionist, and what else are you, Lawrence?
Well, I'm a personal trainer, also an athletic coach. I'm not a nutritionist, but I do know about nutrition. I've been doing this for over 20 years. So that's one thing I like to make sure that people know that I'm definitely not a nutritionist, but being in the bodybuilding industry and in the athletic industry, you tend to learn um, one's body and what they need. So as I start to coach one or train somebody, then I get to know them and see what works for that person. Because what works for me is not going to work for you. We've done that before.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
plenty of times. What would you say is the number one mistake that people make when they're going to the gym, or just when they start becoming more physical active?
The number one, I would say, they compromise form. Most people don't know how to properly lift, and they injure themselves. So that's gonna, if once someone injures themselves, then they shy away from the gym.
And where would you recommend that they possibly get more information on how to properly do workout forms, or get more information on just becoming more physically active?
Well, first and foremost, I would definitely, whichever gym they're going to, if they're going to World's Gym, where I work at now, or if they're finding a trainer wherever they may be, I would look for a trainer because the trainer is going to give you the right direction. But
Okay.
make sure when you get a trainer, make sure that the trainer looks like a trainer, because we have a lot of trainers out there that don't fit that part, and that's a big thing. I tend to tell people that we're walking billboards. No one's going to come up to a trainer if he doesn't fit that part.
Okay.
So most definitely, make sure you get a trainer. Make sure the trainer knows what they're talking about, and always interview the trainer. Know the trainer's background, because
So
if they can't tell you what they've done or their educational background, or what I guess what they've done in the past, their educational background, and who they've trained, or show you any type of form of that, then I would shy away from that trainer.
okay. So what about you? What's your education? What's your background for
Um,
being?
okay, with my first, I got a degree. I got a degree in elementary education. I graduated from UTEP in 1997. I also played football for UTEP. Had a chance to try out for the NFL. That didn't work out. So once I got my degree, I taught middle school for 3 years, which I was a coach. I was also the football coach, the track coach, and also the PE coach. So I've always been in the fitness part. After that, I had ended up opening my own gym out of El Paso. I owned a gym for 10 years. That went well. Ended up selling it, moving down here to San Antonio. Worked for Gold for 4 years, 3 years. For 3 years, then I went independent, working out of a gym called Move Fit Live. I gotta give them a shout out, most definitely because Nathan over there, he treated me well. He treats me well. So after that, just recently, World's Gym reached out to me, and now I'm on another venture right now, working with World's Gym. We do have we're having a grand opening this weekend coming up, which is the 18th.
And this is the first World Gym in San
The
Antonio,
first corporate World's Gym in Texas,
in Texas, the whole state.
in state of Texas. We are
Oh
the
wow.
first, yes, corporate, and there will be more to come. We're looking at opening up about three more by the end of 2018.
Wow. In just different cities or
Here in San Antonio.
here in San Antonio?
Here in San Antonio, yeah.
Oh wow. And
World Gyms is we're about to they're about to take off. Very good company.
okay. And what would you say that you like most about World's Gym?
It starts from the top, the ownership. I got a chance to meet Doug. I got a chance to meet Marcus. I had a chance to meet Guy. The three that came down. First and foremost, what they did to show me that they were very interested in me, they flew me up to Yuma and three other trainers to get a certification. Now they flew us up there, and they paid for everything. So that showed They showed the interest that they wanted us first and foremost, and that they trust in us. And I like it because they know that the trainers, it comes from the trainers to run the gym. So they're always asking questions. So they'll be down here this Saturday. Once again, this Saturday is the 18th. It's our grand opening. We're located at 6727th Northwest Loop, 410 San Antonio, Texas. The zip code is 78238. So please come down and join us, and it'll be from 10 to 2.
Awesome. Sweet.
There'll be some giveaways. We've got 99.5 out there, and also some barbecue.
All right. From your personal experience, how many people have you felt that you've changed their life in a positive manner and that they continue into that lifestyle?
Wow, good question. I've never thought of that, Greg. I've never thought of counting how many people.
Well, not that you know for sure, just that you feel like you know that you made like a positive impact in their life.
I would say every client I've ever had. Not only that, it works both ways. They've changed my life also. You know this because you were my client for how long? 2 years, 3 years?
Yeah, 2 years,
right?
2 years.
So I trained you for 2 years, and we still talk.
Yeah.
We still reach out to each other. So I have clients back in El Paso that reach out to me. So and it's a great feeling. Just recently, I have 2 females getting ready for a bodybuilding show, which they'll be doing the Ronnie Coleman Classic in April. And we took their before shots, and just recently they sent me their after shots, which was 3 months, and the change is great. You can go to my Facebook and check it out.
Okay, sweet. I mean, tell about the story when you first met me. How did I look compared to what I've become after training with you and what I am today?
Well, the first time I met you, you really didn't talk much to me, and I was getting you from another trainer.
Yeah.
I recall his name was Robert. And you were training with Robert for a while.
Mm-hmm.
And I told you, let me give you a training session to see if you want to come with me and train with me, because we knew Robert was leaving San Antonio. I remember that vividly. So once I gave you that training session, and you were like, wow, this is totally different. So when I first met you, you were a skinny, fat guy, I must say. You were soft. Let's put it that way. Right. But once we figured what worked for you, you took to it, and you see the results.
And yeah, and you drove me to like try harder. I mean, one of the things I thought was kind of funny at first is when you partnered me up with how old was that kid? What, 12, 11 years old?
Yes, sir.
And you partnered me up with him, and I was just laughing. I was like, what is this kid gonna do that I can't do? And I mean, just the endurance that a 11, 12-year-old has doing the same weight, like medicine ball weight, sit-ups, push-ups. I mean, they can outdo you in a heartbeat.
Oh, for
just
sure.
because they have that endurance, and like that drove me even harder. Like, I'm not gonna let this little kid beat me.
Right, and that's the beauty of being a personal trainer, because I can train a 13-year-old, and I can train a 13-year-old with a 50-year-old. You might be doing the same exercises, but you're doing it to your level. So the thing is, as a personal trainer, you got to find that person's level, no matter what age they are. You got to find out first and foremost if they have any medical conditions, because you can still push that person to get better, even if they have medical conditions. And most of the time that I have clients, say with high blood pressure or other issues of that nature, they end up they end up not having it anymore. So it works, and I can't stress it enough to at least get at least 3 days out of the week some type of physical activity.
For sure. Yeah, I mean, I try to go to the gym 3 or 4 times a week, and again, like I've said this before, I play soccer 3 times out of the week, and sometimes I feel like that's not even enough for me.
Yeah.
And I try to keep to my diet. I mean, I give myself 1 day to splurge, and
right.
I remember, I used to have a problem with eating bread all the time.
Correct.
I hardly eat bread. Every once in a while, I'll eat like sourdough bread, which I don't know if it's a little bit healthier. It might be. Tastes a lot better.
Yeah, it does taste good.
But,
and that's the thing. Once you figure out what works for you as the individual, then you know how to eat. And my main goal was to teach people what to eat, when to eat it, and how to eat it. I really don't believe in diets unless you're getting ready for a show, like myself or my clients, or I have people that are going to get married and they want to come and train with me for 3 months or 2 months. So those people, I do put them on a diet because they're really trying to get down to a certain level. Now, for most of my clients, I like to teach them that I don't believe in diets. I just want to teach you how to eat. And I preach to you all the time that why should we eat a carbohydrate for dinner when we're going to go to bed afterwards? Yeah. Carb is an energy source, which is we're talking our starchy carbs, not our fibrous carbs.
So what type of dinner should people eat before they go to bed?
Oh, I keep it simple. Some type of protein source, preferably chicken or fish, with as much green vegetables as possible. You need those vegetables, and it's simple. It's really simple. 2 pieces of chicken with a bed of spinach, that should be satisfying enough.
I usually do. I'm not a fan of chicken and fish so much as I love just steak, but I have like a whole my other half of the plate is just full of just broccoli, mushrooms,
there you go,
asparagus, something of that nature. But
yeah,
I always make sure I have my green vegetables.
So you're a steak man. You're a steak man, in other words.
I love steak, but I do chicken every once in a while, fish every once in a blue moon, just because I don't like that tapioca and halibut. It's just I like to get that good fish, that snapper from the deli. It's costs a little bit more, but it's worth it. That's why I only get it.
It's well worth it. We should never put a price on our health.
So how'd you get into this? Like, what made you want to get into personal training?
Well, it started when my dad passed away. I was 13 years old, and my dad had a stroke. So when I saw that my dad didn't take care of himself, and I found him stroking out in bed, I told myself, I think it's time for me to get into this business. Even though I was 13 years old, I knew that I want to do something with fitness and health. Also, with my son being born visually impaired, I knew I wanted to definitely be in sports and be more active with my son because, of course, I had to coach him. During PE, I would go to school and modify what the kids are doing, the kids that could see. So fitness has always been in me, but that's the main thing is to live a healthy life, but everything in moderation. I'm not that type of trainer where I tell my clients you can't drink. We all do. Everybody does.
Yeah.
But in moderation. So that's my main key. That's what I like to preach. Everything in moderation.
I kind of go by the 80-20 rule. 80% of the time I do good, 20% bad.
Yeah.
So
and there's nothing wrong with
moderation within that moderation, just
exactly.
to keep life flowing, keep life simple.
Exactly.
Because I'm not one just sticking to a strict diet. Because every once in a while I like that ice cream. I like that piece of cake. I like that pie. I'm not gonna.
Oh yeah, don't deny yourself. Eat clean Monday through Thursday. That's 4 days, and then most people start eating bad Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. So if you can do 4 good days and 3 bad days, I think the 4 will outweigh the 3. But then you got to change it all. So you got to do 5. And then the weekends, enjoy your weekends. Maybe 1 meal during the weekend.
Oh yeah, and. The only thing is that I wish I met you when I was younger, when I was drinking so much, because I had so much stress back then. And that's another thing is when you're stressed out, you look for outlets.
Right. And
I didn't think about going to the gym, and the gym just became another outlet, and it's a good outlet to do. And now it's no longer an outlet for me. It's just something I enjoy, something I love doing. I like going to the gym. I like working out. If I miss like 2 or 3 days not going to the gym, I feel weird. I feel like I need to get back in there.
And that's good that you say that, Greg, because you know what? That's what we want to do as trainers. We want people to want to work out, not look at it like it's a job that I have to do it. If you're going to a gym and you have to do it, you're really not enjoying yourself, your workout, or what you're doing. You know, not even life. I don't think you're enjoying because it's something you have to do. Now that's why we tell our clients, you see the way I trained you. We always had fun.
Yeah.
We were always laughing. I was giving you pain, but you really didn't know how much pain you were getting because I still had you laughing and moving.
Had me laughing.
Yeah. So that's the thing. Don't take it too serious, but at the same time, we're gonna work hard when we're in there. And I'll be honest with you. There's nothing better than resistance training. You can do your running, you can do your soccer, you can do your football, you can do all that, but there's nothing better. There's nothing that's going to burn more calories than resistance training, and it's a proven fact.
And for people that don't know, what is the type of resistance training? Like, what is resistance training?
Resistance training is grabbing some dumbbells and lifting them, or a barbell. So, say for example, if you're gonna do it, you go in there and it's a chest day. You're gonna hit your chest from many different angles, and use as many different apparatuses as possible. The barbells, the dumbbells. There's a hammer strength machine. There's cable machines. So you want to tap that muscle to failure, basically for 45 minutes to an hour. So that's the way I trained you. I saw you, what, 3 times a week most of the time?
For about an hour,
Okay,
yeah.
for about an hour. So how do we break your body down? We did chest and back. We did shoulders, biceps, and tries the second time I saw you. And then the third time I saw you, we did legs. Sometimes we'd switch it up. We'd do legs with shoulders.
Yeah.
Buys with back, tries with chest. Tries with chest. So we mixed it up. It was tricking the body with resistance training is the key to keeping your fat down and your muscle up.
See, that's one thing I've kind of neglected doing is changing up just my different muscle workout groups. I haven't done that in a while, so you gave me another thing to work on that I need to do, especially with my workout partner.
Right. And most definitely, if you have a partner, you know how to work out with a partner. You go, then he goes or she goes. That's your rest time.
Yeah.
You got to keep it high, and you got to keep adding weight on. So if you're doing 4 sets, you should start off with a quick warm up of 20, and then your next one should be 15. The next one, add more weight. It should be 12, and then your last one, add a little more weight, and it should be 10 to 8 reps.
And that's for if you're trying to increase weight or
that's most definitely trying to increase your weight but decrease fat. Okay, the more muscle we have, of course, the less fat we're gonna have.
Yeah.
We know that. Yeah.
Well, I meant increased strength is what I meant to say. If you. Sorry about that. Had a little disconnection for some reason.
Little hiccup.
Yeah. All right. Well, sorry about that, guys. I don't know what happened. Everything just went haywire, but oh well. No, we're back to saying like shaping the body. You're gonna have hiccups here and there.
Yeah, as long as you're hitting the weights and when you're doing resistance training, what you're really doing is you're tearing your muscle. That's why we feel sore. Now, in order to replenish that muscle for it to heal itself back, your body has to look for some type of energy source. That's why you're burning calories all day long, because it's trying to heal that muscle that you tore. So it's always looking for an energy source. So it's going to go to the stored fat that we have or the food that we just ate. So that's why I tell people resistance training is way better than just walking on a treadmill, because if you walk on a treadmill for 30 minutes, yeah, you're burning calories at 30 minutes for those 30 minutes and maybe 20 more minutes after that. But you won't be burning the calories when you're sleeping. So I'm a big fan of resistance training.
Okay. And what type of supplements would you recommend to people if they're trying to gain muscle mass or lose body fat?
Well, I'll be honest with you, Greg. Recently, I've shied away from supplements because I think we can get enough supplementation from the food that we eat. Mm-hmm. Right now, there's so many supplements out there that I can go crazy thinking about it. Creatine, BCAAs. We can go on and on and on all day. That's another subject. But I try to just tell my clients, if you're eating whole, healthy foods, and you're when you go to a grocery store and you're shopping on the outside of the perimeter instead of the inside where all the can and all the bags are at, then you're gonna be okay. You'll get enough supplementation just with that.
Okay. What about the occasional protein shake or anything like that?
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Most definitely, if you're in a rush and you don't have a solid food to eat, then there's nothing wrong with grabbing, let's say, a muscle milk or an isopure. That's just to carry you over. You can grab a handful of almonds, cashews, peanuts with a glass of water. That's about the same thing. That's the way I look at it. Well, you can grab some beef jerky, and those are food, whole foods. So,
okay. What about meal preparation? Do you believe in doing meal prep or anything like that, or just make your meal every night if you have the time or something along those lines?
The way I do it usually is on Sunday. I would cook my meals for 3 days. It'll last me till Wednesday. So I make what, six six times three, 18 meals.
Wow.
Okay, and that's just for 3 days. And then on Wednesday, I probably make the rest of my meals for the rest of the week. I try to have my food as fresh as possible, just for the fact for the taste.
Yeah.
Yeah, most definitely. And sometimes it doesn't work out that way. So sometimes I didn't make my meals, but that's where I start thinking, okay, where can I grab something that's pretty decent to carry me through the next 3 hours?
So how about this then? We'll go on sidetrack here.
Okay.
Uh, this being San Antonio, what restaurants would you recommend to people going out to grab a quick bite to eat in case they forgot like their meal at home and they want to make sure they stay on course of being somewhat healthy or
Okay. I have a few
healthy-ish?
favorites. My favoriteest one is Whataburger. I know it sounds kind of weird, but when I go to Whataburger, there's nothing like getting a double meat with cheese on a wheat bun, no bun oil, plenty of pickles, mustard, no mayo. They can keep the fries and give me a Diet Coke with it. So that's my go-to. Also, Bill Miller's. Bill Miller's is another one. You remember I used to tell you to go to Bill Miller's
Yeah,
and
get a corn tortilla with a brisket.
the lean brisket.
Lean brisket, yeah.
Yeah. So places like that, Taco Cabana, you can go to Taco Cabana and get a half pound of chicken with a side of salad and some avocado. You know, so there's some good choices. Any Mexican restaurant that I go to, the first thing I'll tell the waiters, don't bring the chips, because that's the first thing we tend to eat. I preferably like to ask them for like a cocktail, shrimp cocktail, just to hold me over before I get my meal. And usually I get chicken or steak fajitas. Tell them to hold the beans and the rice and extra lettuce and tomatoes on corn tortilla.
Or extra avocados.
Yes, sir.
What about if how would you treat someone if they had an injury? How would you approach that type of situation depending on whatever injury they had?
Right. So depending on the injury they have, let's say for example, if I had a 45-year-old male that came in with a knee injury, an old knee injury, say 10 years old injury, right? And he comes in, first and foremost, I'm going to see where his range of motion is on his knee. If how it's going to, like his range, and also to see his flexibility on his knee. From there, then I'm gonna test him out. I'm gonna put him through a little test, probably a lunge, simple standing lunge, holding onto a chair. See if he can get down far enough. Maybe a step up to see if he can use that leg to step up with that one leg. So there are various things we can do. A shoulder injury, grab a PVC pipe and have them do pass-throughs, which is you hold a pipe and you pass it over your head to the back and then back to the front. And that's to see the range of motion in his rotator cuff. So there are different things that we do, that I do, that I've done to see where that client.
And these are all things that you've learned through certification and
Yes.
licensing. And
I got certified through Cooper's Institute in 2000. I just got recently certified through World's Gym, and it is my certification. It is an athlete's certification. So I just got that one. I have many other certifications. It's way too many to say right here. But the thing is, all the certifications to me really don't mean much. I feel that if you're a good trainer, it's hands-on. The more you do it, the more you get to know that client. That's what makes a trainer. Because you can read books until the cows come home, and if you can't train that person and get to know that person, because everybody has different personalities, and you know this, and you've seen me go through this with people. That's how you become from a good trainer to a great trainer. The hands-on, having great clientele, and changing people's lives one day at a time.
Well, you certainly changed my life. I remember before I started going to the gym, before I started working out with Rob, my lower back was hurting me all the time, constantly. My rotator cuff was constantly annoying me, and the weeks that started working out, pain started going away, and then when I started working out with you, the pain just kind of went, I don't know if it went numb, but it just went away. I don't want to say it went away because sometimes I do feel like if I lift way too heavy or something that I haven't properly prepared for, then I feel it. If I don't warm up those muscles properly, I feel it.
Yeah.
But I don't feel them anymore every day like I used
awesome.
to. I used to feel them on the daily.
Yeah. And that's the thing. Most people feel like when they have an injury that they shouldn't work out. Well, no, that's not true. You should work out because honestly, when you're working out, you're going to work through that injury. You're going to build the ligaments, the muscles, all that around that injury. So then that's where your pain starts to subside. So that's why I tell people resistance training is the number one thing. For example, if you have a shoulder injury, but you're running, your shoulder injury is still going to be there.
Yeah.
So what do you have to do? You have to go do some shoulder press, side laterals, front raises, all those good things. That's going to build that muscle back up.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad that my workout partner does it. He loves shoulder workouts. I absolutely hate shoulder workouts just because I feel them like right here when I start doing too much, or especially when the muscles get exhausted.
Right.
The tendon, I start feeling the tendon like getting overworked, and it hurts, but I do my best to get through them. Sometimes I have to go lighter weight, which I don't mind doing because I want to make sure I get the form down.
Correct. And that's the main thing. Form is everything. Don't ever sacrifice form for weight.
One time I saw a friend at the gym, and he was doing arm curls with the arm curl bar, and he was like using his hips to bring it up and then leaning back. I was like, bro, it's okay to do lighter weight. And he just looked at me and just kept doing it. I was just like, okay.
Yeah, he's gonna cause injury to his lower back. And let me tell you, there's nothing wrong when you've done quite a bit of, let's say, bicep curls with a Cambridge bar or a straight bar. There's nothing wrong towards the end to cheat a little, but not to sacrifice too much form. Okay, and the way you just told me right now about this guy, I can vividly see a person doing that right now, going far back and bringing the bar up. Yeah, just losing form. You don't want to ever do that.
Yeah, and that's what I like about my workout partner. He's always on me about my form. He gets on me whenever you're using your shoulder there when you're doing like an arm curl or something. Yeah. I'm all like,
well, I'm glad you're still working out.
Oh man, sometimes it's tough, but I try to make it. And like I said, it's more like now I just feel like I'm missing the gym whenever I don't go.
Right.
And I don't know if that's just a chemical reaction, like it's just a stress reliever, endorphin.
It's a combination of all that, right?
Yeah.
That you said, it's a combination of all that. You start going too many days without lifting, then you start feeling all your pains and aches again.
Yeah, that's true. And so, how would you want someone to come to the gym? Like, how would you want them to keep coming back?
Well,
if they're just getting into it, how would you?
First and foremost, the hardest part for anybody to join a gym is getting through that door. If they can just come in through that door and let that gym do the rest. For example, if you come into World's Gym, we're gonna make you feel like you're at home. You've seen that since I've been training you. I'm gonna make you want to train with me.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna make it fun first and foremost. You're gonna see results. I'm gonna teach you as much as possible, so that whenever you do decide to leave me, then hey, I remember all this that I was taught. Maybe I can't afford this person anymore because I've exhausted my funds.
Mm-hmm.
Now, my goal as a trainer is to make sure that person has learned enough that person can take it with him or her. And not only that, pass it on to one of their family members or their friends. Just like you said, you got your workout partner. I'm pretty sure you're showing him, too, what you learned.
Yeah, and he's showing me some of the things that he's done on his own or that he's caught on from other people.
Yeah.
It's just different things that you learn. I mean, even when you see other people at the gym, and people at the most people at the gym that are working out, they're friendly. Like, they'll show you, they'll give you a hand.
Right.
They'll ask, if you ask them for help, they'll help you out. If you're doing a form right.
Yeah.
I mean, most of them are pretty nice. Even some of the big, humongous meatheads.
Yeah, most of them will talk to you and they'll guide you. And the main thing is, remember, everybody's different. Everybody coaches different. Everybody trains different. And everybody's not going to take it in the same way. but be a sponge as much as possible and absorb as much as possible, and try not to be those YouTube people that just get out there and they see something and they want to try it, but they've never done it, and then they go out there and the first time they try it, they injure themselves. Make sure that you can do it. As a trainer, I tell myself, I'm never going to give you something that I can't do. Doesn't make sense. If I can't do it, why would I force you to do it or try to make you do it and then injure you and lose you as a client or an athlete?
Oh man. How about if, like, are you always going to do in the corporate world training, or are you going to somehow, some way branch out and do sometimes private sessions?
Right now, Greg, to tell you the truth, World's has treated me really well for the little time I've been with him, and I feel like this is gonna be my last stop with World's Gym. I've already owned my gym. I've done that part. I used to work for Goals, and their corporate was not one that I liked. That's why I ended up leaving them. Not to talk bad about Goals, but it was a learning experience. I got a lot from them. Met a lot of wonderful people that we still talk. We still communicate with each other. I've helped a lot of coaches and personal trainers become who they are today. So that's a blessing. Like I said, it's like iron sharpens iron. One man sharpens another.
Yeah, and you've trained some personal trainers that have, I believe, some have even gone to open up their own gym or their own workout.
Yeah, they have opened up their own gym. Some of them are still with Goals, but now they're in management. But with Worlds doesn't, even though it's a corporate gym, it doesn't feel like it because I've met the owners. I've trained with the owners. They come to work just like I'm dressed, in a shirt and shorts. And we get to it. We get there and we work out together. We'll go eat together, and we'll talk. How can we be better? That's what I like, because they know that me being a personal trainer, I'm in the gym. I talk to people every day. They want to know how can we make this better? Even though they're not there, they want to know. They come from California. Right now they're opening another one in Australia. So World's Gym is growing. How
new is World's Gym?
World's Gym has been around since 1976.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
Okay.
It was started in California. It's a long story too, but one day we'll have to get into that. But right now, the owners, which is like I said, Guy and Marcus, I've met them. I've had lunch with them many times. The little times that I've been with this company, like I said, you can meet them. They will be down here this Saturday, the 18th. And they will be going through the workouts that I'm going to put them through. They'll be mingling, talking to people, shaking people's hands. They're just down-to-earth people.
So what do you feel like is the biggest fear that people have about either committing to a gym or just even going to the gym?
Well, from my experience, management, it all starts from the top. So when you're not getting to know the people at the top, then you're not really feeling like you're a part of that family. And if you come to World's Gym, you'll see our atmosphere. It's a totally different atmosphere. We are a family. As soon as you walk in the door, you see everyone welcoming you. You get the tour of the gym. You're gonna go around. You're gonna meet practically everybody in the gym. Not only the trainers, but the members are already there. So this is a great experience, and I'm relishing it. I love it.
What are the payment options for there? Like, is it low cost, medium cost?
Yeah. You can go join the gym for $10 right now. They're different. There's 4 different kinds. There's a $10 one, $19.99, $29.99, and $49.99. And the payment options, I can go into that, but I would rather not. I'd rather you go to the gym.
Yeah.
And you can do the research yourself on that. But most definitely, our gym, we have 2 sauna. We have we have 2 tanning booths. We have 2 massage chairs. This is something that most gyms don't have here in San Antonio.
What else does the World Gym have that a lot? Does it have that?
We have it's called athletic training. What we're bringing back is we're trying to teach everyone the Olympic lifts in a safe manner. Now, no disrespect to CrossFit out there, because there's some great CrossFitters out there. But what we try to teach our athletes is we're gonna make sure you can do the correct form, the exercise correctly with proper form, without injuring yourself. We're not gonna keep loading you up, and try to make you lift 1,000 pounds over here, which makes no sense. We don't do that. We also have a HIIT class, which stands for high intensity interval training, which we deal with kettlebells, medicine balls, slam balls, dumbbells. So we mix it up, which we bring the heart rate up, then we bring it down. So you're sweating, you're out there. We also have a pace class. This is a new class that I don't think any gym has in here besides the World's Gym, and this is on the treadmill. So people that hate doing cardio, this pace class is 45 minutes, and it goes you think it's 20 minutes because we warm you up. We start off slow, get you going at 3.5. We come all the way up to 10, bring you back down.
Oh, wow.
But it goes so fast. I've taken it 3 times already, and I love it. Yeah. We also have a cycling class coming pretty soon. We have our WGX class. Mm-hmm. We have quite a few things going on. Okay. And like I said, this is the first World Corporate Gym, but we have more to come. And this one's going to be the smallest one because there's going to be more offerings coming.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
Wow, that sounds exciting.
They have big plans.
What about you from a personal side? Have you ever had any setbacks or disappointments during your time working out, weightlifting, or even training for any type of shows?
You know what? Just recently, I had my first injury. Like I said, I tore my groin, and it wasn't in the gym. To be honest with you, we were playing Frisbee, and I slid on the grass. I slipped, and that's where the injury came. It did set me back from doing my show this year. I was supposed to do a show 3 months ago, but you know, everything happens for a reason. But I will be going next year for my pro card, and hopefully, God willing, everything works out fine.
And I know you don't like to talk about this, but it's just something that maybe some people like to hear is that how many of your competitions have you entered and placed in them? And not only yourself, but your clients that you train that you know and that have gone into these competitions, how have they done?
Well, I believe in this, that if I'm going to get you ready for a show and you don't get up there, if I don't think you're ready enough to win or place first or second, then I'm not going to put you on stage. And that's the way I treat myself too. If I feel like I'm not ready for a show, there's other shows right after that one. There's plenty of shows going on. So why would I get myself up there if I know I didn't do my best or I look my best for the show? I've always placed. I've done over 19 shows. I placed in every single one of them. In 2000, I think that was my second show. I placed 5th in the world, and that was out of California, Orange County. Yeah, so it was awesome to see my name in Flex magazine and come out on ESPN. I thought that was pretty awesome. My mom still has that magazine, by the way.
She has it laminated or framed or something like that?
Yeah, she has it laminated. And just recently, I just did the Ronnie Coleman Classic.
Yeah,
that was in April. And I took first place. And that opened the doors for me to go for my pro card. Of course, you know, at my age, there's probably not many bodybuilders at my age. No, I'm just kidding. There's plenty of us out there. But it's stiff competition. You got to bring your A game.
Well, a lot of people don't realize how old you are until you tell them. But I'll keep that a mystery.
True.
For the people that come meet you in person.
Yeah, my birthday's this Friday.
Yeah, happy early birthday, man.
Thank you, brother. Thank God.
Yeah, I got my birthday coming up at the end of this month.
I know it.
Not going to do too much. Probably just go have dinner with maybe a couple friends, and that's it, because I'm trying to save as much money as I can, because my real celebration will be when I'm in Australia. So,
again?
Yeah, but longer and more cities this time.
Awesome, bro. Well, if I don't see you, happy birthday. You know that. I remember we had the same month.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You're Scorpio?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm Sagittarius, man.
Yeah. My daughter is too. She's the 30th of this month.
Oh, awesome.
Yeah.
Shoot.
Yeah.
Just a lot of birthdays coming up this month. It's just what it seems like to me.
And Thanksgiving and Christmas. Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes with my family, my birthday kind of gets in the shadow.
Right.
And especially if it lands on like the same day as Thanksgiving, which happens occasionally.
Oh, yeah.
no one remembers, which is fine. I'm not really too big on birthdays, but they'll be all like, "Why aren't you feeling? Why aren't you looking too good? Why aren't you eating food?" And
Because
like,
nobody remembered my birthday.
no, it's because the night before, like you go out
Oh,
drinking,
yeah. Oh, yeah.
you have fun on your birthday night, midnight,
Yeah.
and then when you go show up at your family home, and everyone's wondering why you're not eating, why you're so quiet. And then they remember at the end, like, oh, today's your birthday. That's right. That's why you're not
Right.
feeling too good.
You're
But
hungover.
that's one of the problems of having your birthday on or near or whenever Thanksgiving falls on your birthday when
Yeah.
you towards the end of the month. Like
Right.
everyone has that curse from like the 24th to like the I think sometimes even 29th.
29th, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not doing nothing too crazy. Couple friends, get together Friday night, go to Papa Do's, just have dinner because we have the grand opening the next day. So
Yeah.
we can't get too crazy. And, it's from 10 to 2. So, yeah, it'll be exciting.
Shoot, man. Well, how would you want people to get a hold of you or get some more information from you if they possibly could?
You can come to World's Gym. Once again, the address is 6727 Northwest Loop. And you can come in and ask for Lawrence Brown. You can also reach me on Facebook. You can reach me on Instagram. And Instagram account is FLACOBROWN1. You can look me up with Flacco Brown 1. I should pop up right there. You can reach me on that. Can I get my phone number out?
That's totally up to you.
You can reach me on my cell. I have no issue with that. Area code 702-569-3481. If you're looking for personal training or just someone to talk to about nutrition, give me a shout out, give me a call, and we can chop it up a little bit.
And don't forget that y'all's grand opening is this Saturday.
This Saturday, the 18th, come out and join us for barbells and barbecue. That's
Awesome.
what we're going to have out there. We're going to give away a bike. It's a nice bike. You got to see it. You can also go to worldsgym.com, worldsgymingramspark.com or worldsgym.com. It should pop up, and all the information is on there. If you're looking for memberships, you can look on there, and it'll tell you the same thing.
Sweet, man. Well, thanks again for doing this.
No problem.
Again, this will be available on iTunes and Google Play once I go through and edit it, and also look out for another one of Wayne's song that was on the last podcast. So thanks for tuning in, guys. Y'all have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.